Captain on deck.
Lieutenant Echo Bitterlin, reporting for duty.
Lieutenant Commander Corwin, reporting for duty.
Lieutenant Junior Garn, reporting for duty.
Lieutenant Junior Rule, reporting for duty.
Commander Feltus, reporting for duty. All officers present. We're ready, Captain.
Thank you, Commander. Welcome everybody to the TSN RP live stream event. I'm Captain Xavier Wise, Commander of the TSN's 2nd Fleet, 4th Light Division and Captain of the TSN Falcon. This evening I've gathered together some of our best and most capable officers from the Light Division so that you can see a full and trained TSN crew working together. On helm I have Lieutenant Commander Corwin. He's been with us since the division was first activated, and he's risen from the rank of ensign. Possibly one of our most talented helms officers at the moment, and he's been in charge of training new helms officers that we have coming to the division. On weapons I have Lieutenant Junior Rule. In his spare time he's also an expert on xeno species, particularly the nicknamed space whales. On missions he's a very valuable source of information with regards to their behaviour, but he's also a very skilled and excellent weapons officer. On engineering we've probably got one of the most talented engineers in the TSN, Bitterlin Echo. He is the most capable officer I've come across when it comes to engineering, and has helped come up with new procedures to ensure that crews operate at peak efficiency. On science, and as my first officer this evening, I have Commander Feltus. Commander Feltus was one of the first people allocated to the the Light Division, and has risen up the ranks. He now has his own command, the TSN Pegasus, and his own crew. But he's joined us this evening on the TSN Falcon to be my first officer once again, so welcome back, Commander.
Thank you, Captain.
Finally, on comms I have Lieutenant Junior Garn, another talented officer who joined us not too long ago and rose up to the rank of Lieutenant Junior. This first scenario that we're going to do is going to be a simulation running on level 8 and set at a very interesting sector. It's a siege invasion, so that you can see us working at quite a high level straight off. Before we start, all officers will report in. So Helm, are you ready?
I am ready, Commander. Captain.
Weapons, thank you. Weapons, you ready?
Weapons ready, Commander. Captain.
Engineering, you ready?
Engineering is ready, Captain.
Science, you ready?
Aye, Captain.
Comms, you ready?
Comms ready, aye.
Simulation ready to go.
We are ready to go. And beginning simulation in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Right, helm dock is at DS1.
Aye, sir.
Engineering, boost power to sensors. Comms, have all allied ships come to DS1.
Captain, DS4 is almost under attack.
Thank you. Load an ECM into the tubes. Helm, bring us to bearing 258, engage warp 1. Mind the asteroid field as we go. Drop out of warp when you see DS4.
Aye, sir. 258. Warp 1 engaging.
Engineering status on loading of the tubes. Sorry, weapons.
Not yet loaded, sir. Done.
All ships routed to DS1, Captain.
Thank you.
Frequency Delta.
Close with the enemy. Maneuver Delta 2. Target their weapon systems.
Roger.
Captain, we took some physical damage to the primary beams.
Thank you, get repair crews on it.
They're on it, Captain.
Target I-85 coming into our starboard side and firing ECM.
ECM away.
Primary beams repaired.
Switch back to 026. Target their weapon systems.
Roger.
Maximum power to primary beams.
We have a surrender from 026.
Closing in towards
Right, switch
I-85.
target I-85. Maneuver Delta 2.
Frequency
sir.
Charlie.
We are within beam range.
Frequency set.
Load and fire homing torpedoes.
Enemy destroyed, sir.
Dock at DS4.
Aye, sir. Bringing us out.
Surrender of I-85.
We are docked.
R97 is closing in, Captain.
Thank you. Load ECM into the tubes. Turn to bearing 294. Engage warp 1. Drop out at long range when you see the enemy.
Aye, sir. 294. Engaging warp 1.
As soon as you see the enemy, target and fire with an ECM.
ECM is not yet loaded.
Boost power to torpedo tubes. Keep out of
Right,
range of their
please tell me when you
weapons.
start loading and when you finish loading weapons.
ECM is loaded.
Roger.
Better up.
Can I get a boost to impulse?
We took some physical damage.
Frequency Echo.
Echo set.
Switch back to primary beams.
Maximum power to primary beams.
Roger that. Seems like we took our own ECM.
Enemy is cloaked. Or jumped.
They've jumped bearing 115, close in.
Closing
They
in.
have no front shields, Captain. Their rear shields are still strong.
Move into their forward shield arcs.
Aye, sir. Power to maneuvering. Enemy destroyed.
Weapons load ECM and nuke into the tubes.
Roger.
Helm turn to bearing 123, engage warp 1.
1, 2, 3. Warp 1.
Engineering.
Aye, sir.
Engineering, pull back on non-essential systems.
Roger that.
Captain, the closest enemy is D72. They're closing in on us.
Confirm, change direction, direction 186.
186. Aye, sir.
ECM
Close
is
into
loaded.
enemy D72, keep the ECM and nuke. Maneuver Delta 2 on this enemy. Try and get
Frequency
round behind
Delta.
them. Back to combat settings engineering.
Could you repeat frequency?
I get them.
We are
Delta.
within beam range.
Delta set.
Front shields are nearly gone.
Enemy is surrounded.
Right, helm turn to bearing 096, warp 1. Engineering status.
Warp engage.
Status 800 on energy, Captain. Shields are only half percentage on front shields and 72 on rear shields.
Get those forward shields recharging.
I get
Mission
them.
available, Captain.
Go ahead, Garn.
We have a mission for extra shields. Meet with Destroyer 1 and then go to DS3.
Confirm, thank you. Turn to bearing 129.
129.
Alright.
Aye, sir.
Maneuver Omega 3 when you see the enemies.
Understood. Weapons, do we have the nuke and ECM loaded?
Affirmative.
Understood.
Energy 700.
Target W17
Targeted.
and fire.
ECM away. Nuke away.
Scar on off the starboard side.
Seeing it, load ECM and fire at the Scarron.
ECM loading.
Helm close with those two damaged enemies.
Aye, sir.
P09, P48, comms, can you get surrenders?
ECM is ready.
Fire.
ECM away.
Bringing us about.
Right. Update on the frequency science.
Frequency Bravo.
Stay in their rear shield arcs.
Aye, sir.
Maximum power to primary beams.
Enemy destroyed.
Captain, our energy is 560.
Recycle 2 homing torpedoes to energy. Helm turn to
Q77 is
bearing
moving to DS1.
355. 355, engage warp 1.
Aye, sir. 355, warp 1.
Captain, I'm still working on those shields, but I am afraid we will have to dock if you want them fully repaired.
Thank you. Closing their rear arcs. Science frequency.
Alpha.
Alpha set.
Maneuver Delta 2, maximum power to primary beams.
Aye, sir. We are within beam range.
The rear shields are gone.
Enemy destroyed.
Turn to bearing 313, engage warp 1, dock at DS1 when you see it.
313. Aye, sir. Power to maneuvering.
Science, get me a scan on K28.
You
Working
can
on
go
it,
back
Captain.
down.
Have you spotted any Arvonian carriers whatsoever?
Not yet, Captain.
Sir, you said DS1, right?
Yes.
Understood.
DS1 is prepped for our arrival.
We are docked.
Repairing front shield.
If you get a boost to sensors.
No, we can't because I'm focusing all the energy to front shields.
Got it.
Cons, did we pick up that that mission?
No, we need to rendezvous at the Destroyer 1 first.
Destroyer 1 is at DS1.
Did we gain it now?
We just completed the transfer.
Yes, we have the transfer.
Captain, front shields are prepared. I'm boosting
Thank you.
sensors.
Helm, turn to bearing 039, go at warp 1.
Aye, sir. 039, warp 1 engaged.
Anomaly at 7,000.
Aye, sir. Standing by
6,000.
for anomaly.
5.
Mission available.
Anomaly in
Arvonian
sight.
carrier.
Location of carrier.
Sector E1.
Thank you. Turn to bearing 019, dock at DS3.
Aye, sir.
Comms, I want an update on that mission.
Which one? The first one or the new one?
The first one.
Nothing new yet. Transfer complete. Shield regenerators boosted.
Engineering, work away at them. Don't make it priority though. Helm, turn to bearing 313, engage a 28 with primary beams only.
Aye, sir. Engaging with primary beams.
Maneuver Delta 2. Comms, go for surrenders on K28.
Power to forward shield. Primary beams.
Surrender on
Enemy
K2A.
surrender.
Alright, load ECM and nuke into the tubes.
Loading.
Turn to bearing 095.
Aye, sir.
Engage warp 1.
Warp 1 engaged. Bearing set.
Tubes loaded.
Captain, there are a total of 3 Arvonians in Sector E1.
Okay, again.
There are a total of 3 Arvonians in Sector E1.
3 Arvonian carriers.
Aye, Captain.
Are they light carriers or full carriers?
Three full carriers, Captain.
Thank you. When you see the enemy, maneuver Omega 3.
Aye, sir. Weapons. Do we have the ECM and nuke loaded?
Affirmative.
Understood. Target the center of the fleet and fire at will.
Await.
Comms, prepare for surrenders.
Aye, Captain.
Enemies hit. All enemies destroyed.
Okay, do we have another... So you upload 1 ECM into the tubes. Turn to bearing 164.
Loading 1 ECM.
164. Aye,
one
sir.
left.
Load a mine into the tubes.
Loading mine.
Take us in slowly towards this enemy.
Aye, sir.
Engage warp at maximum range.
ECM and
tell
mine
me.
is loaded.
Thank you.
Target the center of the fleet and fire the ECM.
ECM await.
Helm, when it hits, maneuver up Echo 1.
Aye, sir. Echo 1. Stand by weapons.
1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1.
Starboard side.
Aye, sir. Engaging warp. Stand by. And deploy.
Surrender on J97.
Maneuvering.
Bring us back around. R04D16 get surrenders on them.
Targets U87.
Roger.
U87 surrendered. Bringing us in for D16. D16 surrendered.
Alright.
How many ECMs do we have left?
1.
Load it into the tubes.
Yes, sir.
Enemy at bearing 173.
Enemy fleet
Load
inside.
right into the tubes. We're going to do the same again.
ECM is ready. Mine is still loading.
Boost power to the tubes.
Already boosted.
Mine is ready.
Alright, fire the ECM.
ECM away.
Same again, helm maneuver Echo 1 once it's hit.
Aye, sir. Echo 1.
Captain, I've completed single scans of all vessels, working on double scans.
Engaging Echo 1. Target drone. And deploy. Bringing spout.
Go for maneuver Delta 1.
Aye, sir. Delta 1. Target H57.
Status.
Target frequencies, please.
Their shields are offline. No frequency
Surrender
on
on
next.
R24.
Bringing spout.
What about H42? Hotel 42.
Target H42.
Roger.
No response, Captain.
Maximum power to
44.
primary beams, finish them off.
Aye, sir. Bringing
Aye,
spout.
Captain.
Drone.
Got him. Closer, please.
Final enemies destroyed.
Ordnance report.
Captain, energy is 750.
Thank you. Helm turn to bearing 227, go to warp 1.
227. Aye, sir. Warp 1 engaged.
Weapons load homing torpedoes into the tubes.
Torpedoes going in.
Engineering put us in, take us out of combat settings. Conserve energy.
Aye, Captain.
Tubes loaded.
Enemy P85 is at range 13k. Once you see him, I want you to attack with maneuver Omega 1. So long range homing torpedoes.
Aye, sir.
Roger.
Energy 670.
Your engineering.
Torpedo away.
Need to load and fire. Science tower scans going on for enemies in grid Bravo 1.
Second torpedo ready.
Enemies moving towards base. I've almost finished all double scans of vessels in Delta 1. There are several Torgos in Bravo 1. No Arbonians.
Weapons, fire homing.
Roger.
Close to beam 1, at beam range, maneuver Delta 2.
Aye, sir. Can we get a surrender on P85? Never mind, they've been
Fused.
destroyed.
Destroyed.
Turn to bearing 333.
333, aye, sir.
Anomaly at 7,000.
Energy 520.
Anomaly sighted.
Comms, we've got any messages coming through. Helm direction 350, warp 1.
Sorry, sir, I
After you
accidentally missed the anomaly.
Right, once you picked it up.
Thought for sure I had that. There we go.
Energy is boosted.
Bringing us about. What was the heading, Captain?
353.
353. Aye, sir.
And do we have any messages on comms? Any missions?
One new mission just popped in. There was another mission a while ago.
Alright, new mission.
The latest mission was Destroyer 99 to DS3 for coolant.
How
The
could
other
you use some more? Could you use more coolant engineering?
Yeah, I can.
We have picked up a transfer from Destroyer 99.
Thank you. What was the other mission?
Oh, wait a second. No, I still have only 8 coulants.
We've not picked
Captain,
it up yet.
the previous mission was to go to DS4, then DE99. The reward was 2 nukes.
Alright, helm turn to bearing 032, engage Warp 1.
032. Aye, sir.
We're gonna go to DS3, pick up this mission, and then we're gonna go handle the enemies in grid Bravo 2. Science, I want you to make sure the scan's done of those.
Captain, double scans done of all vessels.
Weapons, what's our ordnance loadout looking like?
We have 4 ECMs, 2 nukes, 6 homing and 6 mines.
Captain, we got
Okay.
the mission right. We have the extra coulants.
We are docked.
Coolant delivered.
Okay, load ECM and nuke into the tubes. Helm turn us to direction 280, engage Warp 1.
280. Warp 1. Aye, sir.
Science, when we enter combat, be ready with those frequencies.
Captain. Note, Captain, this fleet does contain 2 Torgoths.
Say again?
This fleet does contain 2 Torgoths, so some heavier munitions may be needed.
Could you repeat the combat order, sir?
Not had a combat order yet.
Tubes are empty.
Do you have put ECM and nuke into the tubes?
Roger. Loading.
You can see at long range of these enemies as you close. Distance is currently 6k.
Aye, sir.
Energy 1000.
Enemies in sight.
Sight and fire.
Targeting. ECM away. Nuke also fired.
Load mine into the tubes.
1 mine going in.
When it's ready, maneuver Echo 1.
Aye, sir.
Mine is loaded.
Go.
Initiating Echo 1. Weapons stand by.
Roger.
And deploy. Bringing us about.
All that's left, Captain, is the Torgoth Behemoths.
Frequency.
We have a surrender on M38.
Echo set.
We have a surrender on U71.
Okay, do we have another nuke?
Yes.
Load ECM and nuke into the tubes. Oh, in fact, no, load ECM and a mine into the tubes. Helm turn to bearing 187, engage Warp 1.
187.
Captain.
Warp 1 engaged.
There are 3 carriers in that fleet. It may be advisable to use 2 mines.
Noted, thank you.
Energy,
Requesting power to
is 8.
tubes.
We got it. Energy is 800.
Recycle homing torpedoes to energy. I want it up to 1000.
Roger. Done.
Energy is 1000.
2 mines, is that correct, sir?
1 mine and 1 ECM.
1 mine, 1 ECM going in.
Mission available, should you want it.
Weapons ready.
Hold on to it for now, comms.
Fighters launched.
Alright, helm evasive pattern theta 1.
Aye, sir. Evasive Theta 1.
See if you can get all those fighters lined up.
Release targeted.
Stand by. Deploy.
Right,
back
bring it
out.
about.
Survived.
Target the main enemy fleet
Roger.
by the ECM.
ECM away.
Load a nuke into the tubes.
One
I want you to go after the fighters, Helm. Maximum power to primary torpedo, primary beams.
Already done.
Power to maneuvering.
Once that nuke's loaded, fire it at the main fleet.
Targeting drone. Nuke ready. Nuke away.
Okay, load a mine. I want to get rid of these fighters.
Mine loading.
Maximum power to tubes.
Right.
Mine ready.
Looks like the fighters are going back. Maneuver Echo 1 on the main fleet. Don't
Aye,
go in
sir.
front of the fighters though.
Stand by. Deploy.
Deployed.
Bring us back around, finish off the last enemies. Comms, can you get a surrender on U5 too?
They surrender.
Maximum power to primary beams.
Already done, Captain.
Enemy destroyed.
All enemies clear,
Superb.
Captain.
Thank you. Well done, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
Well done.
Very well executed. Some excellent maneuvers pulled off there. Right. The next one that we'll go for then is we'll step it up to a level 10, take it back to an interesting sector and put it on a single front.
We are ready to
Everyone
run.
is- Thank you very much. Helm, are you ready to go again?
I am ready to roll.
Good. Weapons, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Engineering, are you ready?
Engineering is ready.
Science, are you ready to go?
Aye, Captain.
And comms, are you ready?
Comms is ready, Captain.
All officers ready, launch simulation.
Understood. Launching in 3, 2, 1. Launching.
See what we've got. Helm, turn us to direction 238, engage warp 1. I want to take us to DS3 first.
Sir, we currently have no front shields. Be advised, and bring us about.
We have front shields, I'm just saving energy.
Ah, understood. It's reading on my helm screen that we have none.
Yeah, it should say it.
Helms, get all our allies to safety. If that means getting them off the map, get them off the map.
Aye, Captain.
Science, prioritize scans on enemies in grid Delta 2.
Working on it, Captain.
Weapons, load an ECM into the tubes.
Roger.
Captain, do you want the destroyer to help us or to seek safety?
See if you can get them defending a base.
Aye, Captain.
Helm, changed bearing to 205.
205. Aye, sir.
Comms, I would
ECM
recommend
ready.
the destroyer to DS2. It was the best path for them.
Understood.
Engage warp 2.
Warp 2 engaged.
Disengage warp. Turn to 252. Take us in close to the minefield.
Aye, sir. 252.
Don't detonate any mines. As soon as you see the enemy weapons, fire an ECM at them.
Roger.
Enemy in sight.
ECM away.
Turn to bearing 000. Head up towards DS3.
Aye, sir.
Parallel to
000.
minefield.
Heading set. Moving towards DS3.
Dock at DS3.
We're docked.
Weapons, load an ECM into the tubes.
ECM going in.
Helm, take us out. Engage A61. Finish him off.
Aye, sir.
A61's destroyed.
Never mind. Turn to bearing 258 at warp 1.
258.
You just see the enemy, deploy the ECM, then go in, maneuver Delta 2.
Roger.
Enemy in sight.
ECM away.
Load a second ECM.
Second ECM going in.
And a homing torpedo into the other tube.
ECM hit.
We have frequencies.
No, Captain.
Bringing us in.
These are all Corellians.
ECM loaded.
Shields.
Shield.
Primary beam damage.
Loaded.
By the homing torpedo at this fleet. By the ECM at W12 off our port side.
Not yet in range.
Captain, primary beams are being repaired. They are currently physically damaged.
You boost power to primary beams.
That's
Fire.
what I do.
Then switch back
ECM
to
away.
this flight.
S62 surrenders.
Target
Primary beams
L85.
are back.
L85 targeted.
L85 surrenders.
Target the Scarron.
Aye, sir.
Frequency Delta.
Delta set.
Enemy destroyed.
Load ECM and nuke into the tubes.
Mission available.
Loading.
Hold on till it comes.
V76
Alright.
surrenders.
Alright, what was that mission? Hold position.
The mission is to double production speed on DS1.
We'll leave that. What have we got in the
ECM
tubes?
and nuke ready.
Thank you. Helm turn
Energy
to bearing.
550.
Thank you. Turn to bearing 254. Engage warp 1. When you see the enemies, I want maneuver Omega 3. Recycle 2 homing torpedoes to energy.
Aye, sir.
Captain, enemies are closing in on DS3.
May I note,
Confirmed.
shields are activated while we are warping.
Torpedoes.
Weapons take shields offline until we get there.
Torpedoes converted to energy.
Enemy fleet in sight.
Make sure shields are up. Target the enemy. Fight ECM.
ECM away. Nuke ready.
Follow with the nuke.
Roger.
When they hit Delta 2.
Aye, sir. Closing in.
Bombs get surrenders.
D99 surrenders. V51 surrenders.
Excellent. Turn to bearing 003.
Aye,
Engage
sir.
warp 1. Try and so want a double scan on the Scarron Executor in D2.
Aye, Captain.
Tubes are empty.
You've been meant to for now.
Enemy jumped.
Looks like they've cloaked. Disengage warp.
Dropping out of warp.
Hold position. Keep shields online.
Shields up.
Energy 500 and
Load ECM into the tubes.
Scarron
loading.
closing in.
Distance to Z98, Zulu 98.
ECM loaded.
11K, Captain.
Now tell me when it gets to 5.
Aye, Captain.
But it's in a slow reverse.
Aye, sir.
Arvonians in sector Delta 1.
Thank you. Increase speed of reverse.
We're at max speed currently.
Enemy is still 9K out.
Enemies reappeared.
Engage.
Frequency Alpha.
Target the primary beams.
Firing weapons.
Boost power to our primary beams.
Their primary beams are
already
disabled.
down.
We have a surrender.
Other
Flag
Scarron
is
has jumped
set.
over.
Zulu 98.
Energy
Target their primary
300.
beams. Recycle as many homing torpedoes that we've got into energy.
Their primary beams are disabled. Frequency is Bravo.
Bravo set.
Boost power to primary beams.
Already done, Captain.
Zulu 98, see if we can get surrender.
Enemy is
Helm
surrendered.
turn to bearing 095,
surrender.
engage warp 1.
Aye, sir. Warp 1.
Make it warp 2.
Aye, sir. Warp 2.
When you see the enemy,
K-86, they're off the base.
when you see the enemy closing target, Delta 2.
Aye, sir.
See if you
Closing
can
in.
get their rear shields.
Power to maneuvering.
Dock after this. Now status on main screen.
Their beams are disabled. They're
Status on main.
gone. They jumped.
Direction 023. How many homing torpedoes do we have left?
0.
When we dock,
We are currently docked, sir.
Energy is 1000.
right, direction 020,
Contact.
warp 1,
Aye, sir. Warp 1. Closing
engage
in.
the enemy.
Closing in for rear beam arcs. Power to maneuvering.
You got it.
And primary beams.
We have
Enemy
a surrender
surrendered.
on K-86.
Alright, turn to bearing 310, engage warp 1.
310. Warp 1 engaged.
Load an ECM into the tubes.
Heading set.
Frequency Alpha.
Disengage warp.
Disengaging warp.
When you see the enemy, fire the ECM at it.
Enemy is 6K out.
Oh, we have a mission for shield generators, Captain.
Then again.
We
ECM
initially
array.
disabled for shield.
Alright, just hold on to it for a sec, we'll go ahead with that.
Energy 800.
Frequency.
Closing in.
New frequency.
Working on it, Captain.
New
Delta.
frequencies.
Delta set.
X02, can we get surrender?
We have a surrender.
Turn to
Very
engage
good.
Whiskey
Echo.
82.
Aye,
Target
sir.
the primary beams.
Power to maneuvering.
Got it.
Primary beams targeted.
Communications, keep that mission at hand.
Power to primary beams.
Captain, the mission is no longer
Right.
viable. Transport was destroyed.
Alright. Was
And
it
power
destroyed
to
big
maneuvering?
off the map?
One of the two. Transport's no longer on the map, I should have said.
Yeah, I sent it off
Take
the
them
maps earlier on.
Unable
unfortunately.
to.
That's alright, it got saved. Turn us round to DS3, direction 149, engage warp 1. Dock.
Aye, sir. Bring us about.
What's our ordnance supplies looking like? Weapons?
3 ECMs, 6 mines, 1 nuke, and 5 homings. Helm, I am unable to take out their weapon systems when engaging from the back.
Understood. We're currently
assign
docked.
scan G76.
Working on it, Captain. Just about to say that. Alright,
Turn to
closing on
direction
base.
046, engage warp 2.
046. Aye, sir. Bringing us about. Warp engaged.
Adjust to 050.
Aye, sir. 050.
Frequency is Alpha.
Roger.
If you can stay in their rear arcs, because their shields are weaker there.
Aye, sir.
Enemy has jumped.
Disengage warp, shields up.
Bridge activated.
Stay on this course. Half impulse.
Aye, sir. Half impulse.
Mission available.
Go ahead, comms.
It's a nukes. It will give us 2 nukes if we go from DS1 to Destroyer 4.
Thank you.
Captain, we could reroute Destroyer 4 to DS3, so when we return there after we dock at DS1, we can complete the mission automatically.
Leave the Destroyer 4 where it is. We'll go via DS2. Complete the mission. Come on, decloak. There he is, going.
Aye, sir. Closing
Frequency
in.
Alpha.
Alpha set.
Maximum power to primary beams.
Roger.
Enemy surrendered.
Surrender.
Dock is at DS1.
Aye, sir. Docking with DS1.
Load ECM and mine into the tubes.
Captain, if we
Roger.
deal with the fleet in B4, all the other fleets are targeting DS3, so we can then, if we deal with them, we'll have no threats to our rear, and we can focus on defending DS3 alone.
Well then,
And
Science, you
D4.
need to scan those enemies in grid Bravo 4.
Aye, Captain, can I get some boost to scanning?
You got it.
Tubes loaded.
Transfer complete.
Keep sensors high. Helm turn to direction 220. Engage warp 1.
Aye, sir. 220. Warp 1 engaged.
Okay. Rendezvous with DE04. Once the transfer is complete, comms, make sure you tell me.
Aye, Captain. Transfer complete.
Okay, helm, turn to direction at 357, engage warp 2.
Aye, sir. 357. Warp 2 engaged.
Just to 358.
358 set.
No, an anomaly at 13k.
Aye, sir.
5k. Drop out warp,
Anomaly in sight.
maneuver to pick it up.
We've gathered up the anomaly.
Alter bearing to direction 295.
295. Aye, sir.
Target and fire the ECM and the nuke when you see them.
That's an ECM and a mine.
Oh, sorry, target and fire with the ECM.
I'm away.
Close, maneuver Delta 2.
Aye, sir. Delta 2.
Keep the mine in the tube.
Single scans of all vessels complete, working on double scans.
Science, where were the carriers?
Target V22.
Delta 2, Captain.
Thank you. Deal with those two guys next. Maximum power to primary beams.
Already done, Captain.
We have a surrender on V22.
Thank you.
Tactical on main screen.
Tactical on main screen. Aye, sir.
Energy levels.
Energy is 1,400, Captain.
Okay, helm to turn to bearing 233, engage warp 1.
233. Aye, sir. Warp 1 engaged.
Captain, we also have an Arvonian in C2. 2 of them, actually.
Which group are they?
The group in the middle of the nebula, Captain.
Okay, helm, scrap that, turn to bearing 190, engage warp 1.
190. Aye, sir.
One mine in the tube.
Put an ECM in the other slot.
Roger.
Mission available.
Go ahead, comms.
It's for doubling production speed on DS1.
Alright, forget that one. Increase to warp 2 when we come out of the nebula.
Aye, sir. Warp 2.
Right.
Jammer mine ready.
Disengage warp.
Dropping out of warp.
Turn to bearing 260.
260. Aye, sir.
Go to warp 1, make it 275.
275. Aye, sir.
Science, watch for the fighters.
Captain, watching. Fighters launched. 2
Basic
groups.
pattern, Theta 1.
Aye, sir.
Drones launched.
Bringing us about.
Drones disabled.
And deploy mine.
Mine away.
Bringing us about. All fighters
By the
destroyed.
ECM at the main group.
Jammer
Load a
away.
nuke. Maximum power to torpedo tubes.
Nuke loading.
Yes, Captain.
Maneuver Omega 2.
Aye, sir.
Drones.
Incoming drones.
Nuke loaded.
Fire nuke.
Fire it.
Nuke away.
Load a mine into the tubes.
One mine loaded.
When it's loaded, maneuver Echo 1.
We
Aye,
have
sir.
3 surrenders. 4
Scrap that,
surrenders.
go to maneuver Delta 2.
Aye, sir. Delta 2. Incoming drone. Target H-93. They surrendered. P-78.
P-78 targeted.
A-26. All enemies destroyed and surrendered.
Excellent. Where was that other carrier?
Grid C2. It's now towards the bottom.
Got
There's
it.
2 of them. A light carrier and a regular carrier.
Okay, load a mine into the tubes and another ECM.
One mine was already loaded. ECM going in.
Turn to bearing 357.
357. Aye, sir.
Engage warp 1.
ECM is loaded.
Energy 700.
Brilliants are smart, they're going around that black hole.
Fighters launched.
Okay, 3 sets of fighters at helm. See if you can get them all lined up. Basic pattern Theta 1.
Aye, sir.
Fighters are converging.
Standby weapons.
Roger.
Needs to be soon.
Deploy mine.
Mine away.
Bringing us about.
1 group
Finish
left.
him off. Maximum power to primary beams.
I've also spotted an anomaly at about bearing 260. 5K.
Engineering, what's our energy status?
Energy 500. Captain.
ECM ready.
Turn about, pick up that anomaly.
Aye, sir. Power to maneuvering.
Bearing 240. Load nuke into the tubes, this is a heavy fleet.
Nuke going in. 2 nukes left, by the way.
Bringing us about. Anomaly's been gathered.
Alright, take us back round to the enemy fleet, direction 079. When you see it, ECM and nuke away.
Mission available.
Go ahead, comms.
We will get 2 nukes for going from DS3 to DS4.
ECM launched. Nuke
Thank
also
you.
launched.
Load 1 mine.
Loading mine.
Close, maneuver Delta 2. Comms, get surrenders on these guys.
Aye, sir. D86.
Maximum power to primary
Good.
beams.
Yes, Captain.
We're surrendering
07. Ah, you're taking them out quicker than I can call them.
Sorry, sir.
And B91.
Turn to
B91
bearing
surrendered.
120, engage warp 1.
120, aye sir. Warp 1 engaged.
Load a
Energy
second mine into the
1000.
tubes.
Second mine going in.
Disengage warp.
Disengaging warp.
Energy is 1000, Captain.
You see the enemies in front of us, Helm?
Tubes ready.
No, I'm bringing us in until we can.
On
Enemy
maneuver
sighted.
Echo 2.
Aye sir.
Roger.
Stand by. Weapons, the mines are loaded.
Yes, sir.
Understood. Deploy. Bring us
Mine
about.
away.
Finish them off. I'll just lure a couple into that mine, then finish them off with Delta 2.
Aye sir. Closing in.
Weakest targets first.
Foxtrot 3-4.
P50. I-60. D-74. All enemies have been destroyed.
Energy level.
Energy is 600, Captain.
Turn to
Eight
bearing
left.
1. Oh, right. Recycle homing torpedoes into energy, load an ECM into the tubes.
Yeah, I'm going in, converting 4 torpedoes.
Load a mine into the tubes.
Mine going in.
Direction 014
Enemy fleet is in sight.
by the ECM.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Maneuver
Okay.
Echo 1.
Aye sir, Echo 1. Can I get some power to maneuvering?
You have it.
Thank you. Stand by. Deploy now. Bring us about.
Close Delta 2.
P45 surrendered. Q51 surrendered.
Sorry.
Okay, ECM and mine into the tubes again. Direction
Roger.
317. Go on.
Negative, no ECM anymore.
Alright, just load a mine into the tubes.
Roger. That is our last mine, by the way.
That'll do.
Mission
Energy is
available.
700.
Mine ready.
Understood.
Do we
Power
have
to
a
maneuvering.
Yes, 2 nukes left, sir.
Load a nuke into the tubes and go for maneuver Omega 2.
Aye sir, Omega 2.
Nuke loading. Nuke is ready. Nuke away.
Once it hits, maneuver Echo 1.
Aye sir. Stand by. Deploy mine.
Mine
Bring us
away.
about. All enemies destroyed.
Helm
Energy
turn to bearing
600.
147, engage warp 2, dock at DS3.
147, aye sir. Bring us about.
Science, I want an assessment on the fleet in grid Charlie 2.
Aye, Captain. Double scans on all ships are completed. We have several Torgos in the fleet. The rest are all Krellians. There are 4 Torgos, to be exact. None of them exceptionally strong. Maximum
type.
shields 400.
We're
We've got
done.
2 Leviathans and 2 Behemoths. 1 Behemoth and a Goliath.
Mission available.
Go ahead, comms.
For shield generators, rendezvous with Destroyer 4, go to DS3.
Okay, Science, plot me a course to Destroyer 4 and then back to DS3.
Aye, Captain. We also have the mission from earlier. If we go dock at DS4 now, we'll get nukes. Do you want to complete that one as well?
Yes, plot us course to go past all three.
Alright, heading 102.
102, understood.
Homings are full. 4 ECMs, 5 mines, and 1 nuke.
Load ECM and nuke into the tubes.
Roger.
Is that heading 102?
DS4 is ready for us, Captain.
Weapons reloaded.
Yes, sir.
Okay, pull back energy on all weapon systems.
Already done.
Excellent.
We're docked.
We
Comms
now
we
have transfer complete on the nukes.
Alright, DEO4 is right above us.
Understood. Bringing us up to DEO4.
Now transfer to DS3.
Heading 277.
Understood. 277.
Another mission available, Captain.
What is it, comms?
More shield generators.
We've got more shield generators right now.
Alright, we'll leave
Yes,
that one for
transfer
now.
complete.
Alright, bearing 270. No, make that bearing 30.
300.
That again, 270. What one?
270, warp 1, aye, sir.
Engage warp.
Dropping out of warp.
Then to bearing 325, go to warp 1.
325, warp 1, aye, sir. Warp engaged.
Energy levels.
It's 940. Very good, Captain.
Just to 320.
320, aye, sir.
Disengage warp, turn to bearing 000.
000, aye, sir.
All the enemies. Right, disengage warp.
Dropping out of warp.
Take us in. I want long range on enemies. Current one targeted by ECM and nuke.
ECM gone. Nuke away also.
Load 2 mines into the tubes.
Captain, we do still have 2 more nukes
Roger.
that we picked up.
Alright, we won't need them.
Energy below 800.
Ordnance
Alright.
is hit.
Maneuver. Maneuver Echo 2 and then load a nuke.
Aye, sir. Weapons, raise shields. And
If you can
stand
get
by.
Hotel 8-8 as we
Yes,
go
sir.
through.
And deploy 1, deploy 2. Bring us about.
Surrenders. Get that nuke loaded.
Roger.
Surrender on F03.
About
Nukes are
Juliet
loading.
52. Boost
J52
power
is
to
being
torpedo.
stubborn.
Boost power to torpedo tubes.
Nukes are loaded.
Target M29.
So there will be
Not that.
penalties. Nuke ready.
Okay, fire. It's close to beam range.
Aye, sir.
Close to beam range, maneuver Delta 2.
Closing in.
Arm surrenders, excellent. Good
That's all we're going to
5-2.
get.
All ships cleared, Captain.
Complete.
Good job.
End of
Well
simulation.
done, gentlemen. Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. That was excellent work. What we're going to do now is we'll take a 10-minute break. During that 10-minute break, Lieutenant Commander Colwyn has prepared a video, just a slideshow, I believe it is. Colwyn, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Whilst we're doing that, we're going to upgrade our systems to version 2.0, and when we come back, we'll do a couple of games on version 2.0. So thank you very much for watching. See you in 10 minutes time.
Thank you, Captain.